you know, but you don't use that tool because it is so complicated, but it is very powerful. There you go. Ashish got it right. It is Shweta got it right. Everybody else is getting right. Excel. Do you agree that Excel looks very simple, but it is the most complicated tool in the world? It is very useful, but learning Excel is very hard. Agree? Agree in the chat if you guys agree with me. Everybody in the world will agree with me. Only people who will not agree are people who don't know what Excel is. But that is okay. Right now, you agree with me. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to help you how to make Excel super easy for you people. And the way we do it is by giving the power of AI using a tool called as Numerous. Okay, this is Numerous AI. What it does is, it's a Chrome extension, by the way. You can install this extension, and the moment you install this, right, your Google Sheets get a superpower. What do I mean by that? Well, you don't have to remember formulas anymore because AI will write all the formulas for you. And this could be as complicated as VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs, app scripts, macros, and everything around it. But I don't want to scare everyone because not everybody needs all of this. But if you're a simple person like you and like me, you're sitting with problems like this. Array, there is street address here, city here, state here, country here, postal code here. I want all of them together on this cell. How do I do that? Well, these are the problems that we face. Of course, it can do even advanced stuff like that. Now, I don't know what formula to write. So what do? Because I have installed Numerous AI, I can just go to extensions and say show extension, and this sidebar nicely pops up for me. Okay, I can just come here and I can say generate formula, and I will just explain what I want. I'm going to say I want to combine all the data that is present in F2, G2, H2, I2 and J2. Make sure you add spaces between them so that it is readable. That is a prompt I wrote. I said generate formula, and then I just explained what I want in the formula. And simply I will click on generate. And you know what this tool will do? This tool will understand what I'm saying, and it just generated a formula. Now, do I understand what this formula means? No, I don't. I'll just click on insert on cell, and you see what will happen here. It will basically insert this formula inside of this full address box. Okay, if it is not inserting, I will not worry about it. I will just copy this and paste it myself. For whatever reason, it is loading. There you go. I just pasted the formula, and here comes the address, and I can simply drag and drop. And guys, look at this. Isn't this crazy? We didn't even write the formula. I just asked AI, do this for me. And AI wrote the formula itself and filled up that information as well. If you think this is good, I would love for you guys to drop in some hearts, because this, you guys will agree with me, is a game changer. Numerous AI is a game changer. There is no two ways around it. But you know what? Not everybody uses Excel to write formulas. A lot of people in the world, including me, also use Excel to manage information. What do I mean by that? We will put all the information in the world inside of Excel, right? Things like this. There's a product name, there's a category name, there's a review. But you forgot to put in the form that you also wanted to ask people how much would you rate us from a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. But you forgot to put that, and people filled up the reviews, and now you don't even know if it is a positive review or a negative review. Now, as you scroll through, there are 500 reviews. Who is going to read each one of them to understand if it's a positive review or a negative review? It will take forever. So what do? I will come here, and you know what? I will do some AI magic. I will make AI read this line and tell me if it is a positive review or a negative review. How will I do that? I'll come to here, and I will say is equal to NAI, which is Numerous AI, right? This will only work if you have installed Numerous AI, obviously. And I'll open the brackets, and I will be like, go through the review and tell me if it's positive, negative, or neutral. Respond to me in one word. So I gave a prompt inside of Excel. I'll put a comma, and I'll select the cell where the review is so that I can read the review. And that's it, guys. I wrote a prompt inside of Excel, inside of a cell. AI read that review and told it is positive. Works. Now here is where the magic is. Now that this is working, I will simply drag and drop it like this. And you know what? AI, because it is working inside of Excel, it will go through all the reviews and very quickly tell me if it is positive or negative or neutral or anything around it. Isn't that absolutely wild? Isn't that absolutely wild? So what did we do here? We just wrote a prompt inside of Excel. Okay, we wrote a prompt inside of Excel and we told what we want that prompt to be and what we wanted the task to be done. It gave me the output. I just dragged it and it did across the board. Guys, if you think this is game changer, drop a comment GC in the chat. Game changer in the chat. Yes, you guys are liking it? Brilliant. I'm so glad you guys are liking it. Now, if you think this was insane and if you think this was a game changer, let me show you something else, which is even more game changer. You know what that is? Because you guys have been quite nice so far. What if I teach you how to get AI to do data analysis? Listen, other people don't know that you're not good with data. But you know that you're not good with data. Most of us are not good with data. We don't know how to write Python. We don't know how to write SQL. We don't know how to write these fancy programming languages. But we are expected to be data driven. Everybody is expected to be data driven. Agree? Every boss will give you a big chunk of Excel sheet and they'll be like, analyze this data and tell me what are the insights and everything around it. And you're like, boss, मुझे formula लिखना नहीं आता. I don't know how to write a formula only. What do I do? Well, what if I told you all of you guys can be expert data scientists without writing a single line of code? You'll be like, Vaibhav, how? Well, this is how. I go to a tool like Claude. Okay? I simply go to a tool like Claude. And you know what? I will tell Claude to be my data scientist. What will I do? Let's say, let me see if I have a file of data. Okay, I have a file of data. Okay, this is some research that I was doing on global mobile phone pricing. Okay, that's an Excel file that I already have. It's a CSV, like you can see, it's a lot of data, 1,000 rows of data. There is some file and your boss has given you, or you have this file and you want to analyze data of this. What do? Well, you just upload a piece of data like this and you give a prompt. What prompt do you give? You are an expert data scientist with more than 20 years of experience doing data analysis. Go through the data file that I've attached below and understand the data. Find me hidden insights of it, which most of the people can't find. Tell me all those insights so that I can present that to my boss. And also make sure you convert the whole thing into a beautiful dashboard with incredible visualizations. That way, I can read that table, I can read that dashboard and understand all the insights about this dashboard, and also can share it with my team and look like a rock star. That is what I want you to do. There you go. I've given a nice little fun prompt. And when I click on the send button, you know what? AI will get to work. This AI will go through the whole data. You know what? It will write Python code. I know all of you guys don't know, most of you people don't know how to write Python code. Neither do I know. But AI is creating a list of things that it needs to do. Right? And what it's going to do right now is that it's going to write code. It's going to write Python for us. Figure out, do analysis for us, understand what is in the data, think about what are the visualizations it should create. It will do all that hard work on our behalf and eventually will create a dashboard. Look at this. It's writing something called bash. I have no idea what that is. I don't know how many of you understand what this means, but I don't know what it means. Look at this. It has written some bash. It has got some output. I don't even know what it's doing, but AI is doing its stuff. I don't need to know what it's doing. All I care about is the output. And you know what? If you leave it for like 10-15 minutes to do its thing, what will happen is you will get something like this. I ran this some time back so that you can see and we don't have to wait for it. Look at this. It did all this analysis. It understood everything around it. And you know what? It did a bunch of steps. Look at the number of steps it went through. And it literally created this dashboard for us. Global mobile prices 2025 comprehensive analytics dashboard. number of phones, number of brands, average price, RAM, blah, blah, blah. What are the key insights? You can see that here. And it has all this data as well. Guys, isn't this just insane? That you're able to upload a chunk of a Google Sheet inside of AI, and it is able to write code and do all of that, and it's able to give you all the insights. Look at this. It did all this analysis and telling you all the analysis as well. How insane is this? And you can do this for free. And the reason why I use Claude is because Claude is very good with everything with respect to code. And when you want AI to do data analysis, you obviously want AI to write code. And that's exactly what I did here. Clear? All good? Give me a thumbs up if everybody is with me, learning new things, enjoying the session so far. All good? Okay. So what did we do? We learned how to do data analysis on Excel by getting AI to write formulas. Now, to take it to the next level, we dumped that Google Sheet inside of Claude also and said, act like an expert data scientist, and it built a dashboard for us also. Now, what is left in our work? One very important thing. We want our presentations to be automated. All of us hate writing presentations, hate building presentations. Let's say you want to create a presentation on any topic for that matter, right? You already know how to do research on the topic. You remember Perplexity? We did all the research using Perplexity and we got all this research. Let's say I want to convert this into a pitch deck. What do I do? Well, I'm gonna just copy all this information and I would need to convert this into a presentation right now. I'm gonna copy this, come to a free tool again, like Gemini, okay? Paste this content, select a tool called as Canvas. If you want to build presentations using Gemini, select Canvas, okay? Once you have selected the Canvas, now that I've pasted all this information inside of it, right, I will come to the top and write a prompt. What is that I'm going to write a prompt as? I'm going to be like, you are an expert when it comes to crafting beautiful data-driven decks. I want you to create a presentation or a deck which is completely minimal yet beautiful and super data-driven. This is a research that I've created already and I've shared it below, which is a market research of Latin America for growth school to enter the market. Build a beautiful looking presentation with charts, graphs and everything around it. My brand colors are black and neon green. So stick to those brand colors to build the rockstar presentation for me. Okay. Sorry about that. There you go. Okay, my bad. Looks like I missed out on it. I'm just gonna copy the whole Mahabharat that I said and just paste the prompt. Okay? That's it, guys. That is it. I just ask it to act like an expert. Like, a lot of people don't even know that you can create amazing presentations using Gemini only. Yes, Gemini can build the whole damn presentation for you. And you know what? Of course, it's going to take some time. It's going to take like 5, 6, 10 minutes. But you don't have to sit and wait. How is it doing the design? How is it building it? You don't have to wait. You just give the task and you move on. And you come back to it 5 minutes later once it has finished its job. Now, because I wanted to save your time and I didn't want us to sit and see how it has designed the presentation, I have already given this prompt some time back. Look at that. This is the prompt that I gave. Very, very similar to what you saw. And guys, look at the presentation. Strategic expansion of growth school in Latin America. This is the first slide. The $50 billion market opportunity. Why LATAM? Why now? Market growth projection. Explosive demand for high value skills. Our strategic fit, the growth school advantage. Priority markets, Brazil and Mexico. Target segments. Phased launch roadmap. Go-to-market strategy. 3-year revenue projections. Questions and it says, thank you. Guys, isn't this insane? And it is free. We just got Gemini to do this presentation and you know what is the beauty? I can simply download this presentation or I can click on export to slides and you know what? It will take about 5 minutes to do it, but it will open this presentation on Google Slides so that you can change the text, edit it, add an image if you want, add a new slide if you want, and you can do whatever you want using this. If you think this was 10x hack, drop a comment 10x in the chat. I also wanted to check if you guys are still out there or sleeping.
भाई ये कौन मिस कर रहा है?
Yes, awesome. Now that we learned how you can use AI for your core skills and how you can use AI for your productivity,
भगवान,
now
भूख भी
let's
लग रही है.
use AI for your learning. Yes, should we do this for learning? Yes, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Now let's get into AI for learning. What is the first thing that we should do for this, by the way? What if I told you the best way to learn anything fast is by getting AI to do that for you? Let's say, hypothetically, right? If you want to read about something, read about a blog article. Okay, hypothetical scenario again. Let's say GPT on November 2nd, GPT 5.1 was launched. I don't know how many of you know about this, but GPT 5.1 was launched. And there is this blog article about this. And you're like, okay, GPT 5.1 launched. There was GPT 5 that launched some time back. What is the difference? And when you want to start reading about it and you'll see all this complicated jargon, and you're like, you don't have the patience. And you're like, can someone read it and just tell me the answer? What is the difference between GPT-5 and GPT-5.1? I don't want to read all this or listen to this for 7 minutes. How many of you have faced that problem? That you don't want to read all of it, you want a single answer from the blog article. Please give me that answer. Yes, well, you know what? I get AI to help me here. You might have seen this little black logo on every page that I was opening. What is this? This is my AI assistant on every single page. I have something called as Emily that I've installed on my computer. It is a Chrome extension and it is free of cost. Okay, I've already installed this Chrome extension, and once you have installed this Chrome extension, right, you can see this little thing here. But by the way, we will share all the links with you like I promised, so don't worry about it. Now that you see this little thing, I can simply open this sidebar and you can see this. It says summarize this page, chat with this page. I can just say chat with this page. And you know what? Emily is powered by AI. As a result, it will read the whole page and look at it. It says, got it, ready to chat. About GPT 5.1 update, what would you like to know more about? I can just say, the article is so long, I don't want to read the whole thing. Can you please tell me what is the difference between GPT-5 and GPT 5.1 and why I should care about it in 3 points in simple language? I have this question. So I sent it. And you know what? Because Emily has read the whole article, it will just tell you your answers. GPT 5.1 is smarter and more conversational, making chats warmer and more natural. Okay. It follows your instruction better, so it gives a clearer and more useful responses. 3, now you can easily customize ChatGPT's tone and style to match how you want it to respond. So now you know how GPT 5.1 is better than GPT 5. How do I know? I simply asked the question to my AI, which was running on the blog article. It read the whole blog article, and now I can continue to ask any question that I want. I can say, does it not lie anymore, or does it not hallucinate anymore? Hallucinate. Okay, I can ask that question. I can ask whatever question I want now. Because AI has read this article, it can keep answering. Like any current model, occasionally still hallucinates. However, it has improved following instructions and providing more accurate, cleaner, and context-aware responses compared to GPT-5. Good? Sounds good? Sounds awesome? We just are literally chatting with a damn blog article. How cool is that? Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, this is so good, but can you help me with something else? You know, I want to watch a lot of podcasts, but these podcasts are so long. They're 2 hours long, 3 hours long. It is annoying. Can you help me with that? Well, what if I told you Emily works on that as well? By the way, guys, I hope this is not annoying because this is a podcast that I did with my friend Raj. This podcast has 2.6 million views. I don't know how many of you guys have watched it. It's on AI, right? Raj wanted me to be on the podcast, so I was there on his podcast on figuring out AI. And you see this podcast, and you're like, wait, it is 1 hour, 22 minutes long. I don't want to watch the whole podcast. Well, I think you should. But for whatever reason, if you don't want to watch the podcast, my bad, sorry about that, there is Emily for your saving grace. You can see the E icon right here, which is Emily. I can just tap on it and I can simply say, summarize this video. That's it. And you know what? Emily is going to watch this whole 1 hour 22 minutes video on your behalf. It will nicely summarize everything and it will tell you what are the things that were discussed in this podcast. Isn't that wild? If you think this is wild, drop in a heart. If you think this is wild, drop in a heart. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It just went through the whole damn thing and gave me a summary of everything. Let's say you know obviously that I must have spoken about a lot of tools. So if I say, can you tell me all the tools that was covered in the podcast, which was AI tools? If I ask a question like this, you know what? Again, Emily has watched all of it. Here comes all the tools that we spoke about in the podcast. Now, all of a sudden, you have this superpower. Isn't this a superpower? You all of a sudden have a superpower to get AI to watch content on your behalf and summarize everything for you so that you can consume everything 10 times faster. Yes? Clear? Drop a comment clear in the chat, guys. Just again checking if everything is clear and I'm making sense on everything that you're getting to know. Guys, I have a quick question. From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going on so far? From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going on so far? 1,000, 10,000, 8.9. My screen is not blurred. Your internet is bad. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Looks like all of you, and a few people are giving 0 also, and one guy has given me 20 zeros at once. Sorry, my friend. I did my best. I know I can't make everybody.
अरे यार exactly.
People think they know how to use this tool, but I know for a fact because they look at this tool on the top and they say, oh, this is cool, that's it, but it's so powerful. And you know what this tool is? This is a tool that can help you learn anything 100 times faster. No matter how complex it is, no matter how difficult it is for you, and you'll be like, Vaibhav, why you talk about learning? I'm not a student. Well, even if you're not a student, you know what? I'll tell you a story before I get here. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Sam Altman only. Somebody was asking, if AI is going to take away all the jobs in the world, what should I learn today? What skill should I pick up if AI can do everything? Then you know Sam Altman or someone like, I can't remember who that person was, but it's incredible what he said. He was like, you should learn how to learn faster. The only skill that everybody needs to learn in the AI first world for you to win the world of AI is the fact that you should learn how to learn faster. Because if you learn how to learn faster, you'll always be ahead of everybody else. As a result, you will always win. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So learning the art of learning is an incredibly powerful skill. And I think when it comes to learning, right, there is one tool that is just insane. And I think nothing comes close to this. And that, my friends, is called as Notebook LM. And it's by Google. Now, a lot of people might have heard of Notebook LM, but you have no idea what it can do. I'm going to show you that today. Let's say there is this very, very complicated research paper on something called as attention is all you need. Now, this is a paper which is very interesting, by the way. If you're a geek like me, you would love it, quite frankly. But attention is all you need is how AI actually work. And this is the research paper written by Google, but it's very technical. I can't understand it either. How can I learn everything about this? Because I want to know how AI works. I'm curious. And you could put the same topic to anything that you want to learn for that matter, right? I'm giving an example here. Let's say I want to learn this. So what do? I just copy the URL of this article. I go to Notebook LM. I click on create a new notebook. And you know what? It allows me to upload sources that I want to learn from. Because it's a website, I'm going to select website, paste the URL, and click on insert. And you can see this, that resource is added. Now you'll be like, okay, this PDF is good. It has 10-15 pages, awesome. But you know what? I want information about this topic to come from multiple sources. I want it to come from YouTube videos. I want it to come from Wikipedia. I want AI to read all the articles that are present about this topic and then teach me. Well, you can do that as well. You can simply click on the discover button and you can say, I want to learn everything and all the perspectives on blog articles, on YouTube videos, and everything about it, about this topic. Attention is all you need, which is this AI research paper. So there you go. I just said what I want. I click on submit button, and you know what? This Notebook LM tool, which is by Google, will actually look for sources, look for things that are on this topic. Look at this. It found a blog, it found a PDF, it found a few articles from Harvard, it found a YouTube video, it found multiple sources. I can simply click on import. Now I have imported a lot of content about this topic. Attention is all you need. So I know, I'm very confident right now that if I read about all of this, I can understand this topic very well. But who's going to read about all of this? Of course, I can say, can you explain me that topic in a simple way? I can ask a question like this, and you know what? It will go through all the articles that I've mentioned here. It will read about them. It will watch the YouTube video. It will do all that good stuff and can explain it to me in a simple way in plain English. But the real superpower, look at that. It has started to explain you in plain English. But the real superpower is, who's going to read all this text? Can somebody teach me? Like, I can get on a phone call with someone, but can somebody teach me? And can somebody teach this to me in Hindi? Because I understand Hindi better. Well, you know what? It can. You can simply click on this audio overview button and you see this little edit icon. When I tap on this, right, it gives me a lot of options. If you want it to be a deep dive, if you want it to be very brief, if you want to be a debate or critic, let's say I want it to be brief, and let's say I want to learn this in Hindi or Telugu, whichever language works for you. Where is Hindi? It has 200 languages or something like that. Hindi. There you go. I select Hindi and I click on generate. And you know what? This AI tool will actually go through all the articles, understand what it is, and it will create, I'm not kidding, a podcast for you. It will create a podcast for you which you can watch, which you can listen to. So when you're going to work in your cab or taxi or in a bus or however you go to your office, you can plug in your earphones. It will take a few minutes. You can start listening to it. In fact, I've done this some time back, obviously, right? So let me show you something that I've done in the past. Okay, I'm gonna play this audio.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are undertaking a mission, really, to cut through the complexity of modern AI and get right to the...
Guys, this is the old one, so I generated this in English. Because the Hindi one is generating, I'm playing this for you.
Architectural heart of it all, the transformer model. And this...
मम्मी यार आ जाओ यार मर गई क्या खाना कौन बनाएगा
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are undertaking a mission, really, to cut through the complexity of modern AI and get right to the architectural heart of it all, the transformer model. And,
guys, okay, you're watching this video, okay? And all of a sudden you got a doubt. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Or some doubt you got.
ओए मम्मी आएगी क्या? अबे यार, फट के नीचे कैसे दूंगा? ओए मम्मी को कॉल कर दियो खाने के लिए। ये कौन सी करना सब पन्नों को सोच लेंगे। मैं दूध लेके ही नहीं आया, मैं पैसे नहीं निकाले इसलिए तो भूख ज्यादा लग रही है, खाना बना दूं। मम्मा मर गई क्या यार? डाइजेशन में क्यों मरूं मैं? जितने बनाने का मन हो रहा है मेरे लिए सारे बना दो। इसलिए आपके पास 10 रोटियां 10 रोटियां बना दो, आज तो खाता रहूंगा, भूख लगी है, बनाओ जल्दी से बस। सब्जी भी अच्छी है आज तो। अब मैं वेद पढ़ सकता हूँ। अब मैं बहुत सारे पढ़े तो क्या, अब मैं लूंगा सबकी। ये तो मैम जी पता है। ये तो मैंने कर रखा है। पांच है इसकी। अरे 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 नो नो।
What I just said, go through all the tabs that are out and it will literally try to close them. Oh, look at this. This is very interesting. I put it in a problem. Because I've opened chat GPT tab here, it is like, do you want me to close this tab also? Because if I close this tab, even the assistant will get closed because I said chat GPT tab. So the other thing that I can do is I could like literally paste the same thing. This is very smart. I didn't notice it. I can just open a new window and I can just paste it here. And you know what? Because the whole thing, like I told you, is an AI agent, it got it, it probably understood it, and I just said close all the AI assistant tabs. It will basically should be able to go through all the tabs, and I don't have to sit here and see how well it is doing, by the way. I don't need to do that. I could just go on the other page and continue to do my work, and it will do the work for me. Okay? This is so weird. Guys, everything that has to go wrong when you're doing a live demo, and that is what is happening right now. Okay, let me try one more thing and let's see if it is working today or not, or maybe it's a bad day for you and me for me to show you. Okay, let's try one more. Can you open the YouTube video that I was watching sometime back? It was basically a podcast with two people on AI. Can you open that YouTube video for me? There you go. I've just asked. I use it like this, okay? I am just saying, can you open the YouTube video that I was watching and look at this? Boom, it worked. It literally opened that YouTube video that I was watching sometime back all by itself. Not everything doesn't work. Everything does work, okay? How crazy is this? Let's try one more now. I'm getting some confidence, okay? I'm gonna say, there was this complicated research paper that I was reading, which is something around attention. Can you help me open that research paper again? Because I can't seem to remember what it was. Boom, that's it. I send a prompt. Look at this. There are a lot of times when you are reading something and you can't seem to remember it. Look at that. The Notebook LM window is directly opened for us. How crazy is that? Okay, let's try the tab thing again. Okay. Can you close all the tabs except for the one where I have my presentation on Google Slides? Close the rest of the tabs for me. Let us see if it works. If it doesn't work, then today AI has not been very kind to us, is what I would imagine. Guys, it is literally a browser that is able to do things on your command. How crazy is that? I mean, of course, right? Today something is off. It's not able to access the tabs. Okay, something is off today. The tab thing is not working, which is fine. I use this all day, by the way. For whatever reason, it's not working today. Okay, which is weird, but that's okay. There are other things that can do. Do you want to see the power of that? Well, you know what? I run a newsletter. Okay, it's been a while since I've sent a newsletter, but I actually run a newsletter. And I basically want to know the open rate of the newsletter, but I don't want to go there, open and read about it. What can I do? I can just again open the assistant on any window that I'm on, or just open this add button, and I can say, can you go through, can you check what is the recent open rate that I've got on my newsletter? I want to see the recent post and how much is the open rate of that newsletter. Okay, let it do its task here. I'll come here and I'll ask it one more task. Can you check my LinkedIn? Go through the, sorry about that. Let it do its job. Go check my LinkedIn and tell me what are the most unread messages on my LinkedIn. Read about all of them and tell me if there's something important that I should address it right away. So you see, I get literally like hundreds of LinkedIn messages every single day. It's almost impossible for me to do that. And guys, here I told it to do some magic here, and it is doing that magic right here. In this case, I asked it to check out my email open rate. That is what it is doing. Here, it is checking out my LinkedIn. You can see I'm not doing anything. It has gone to my LinkedIn. Now it is opening up my LinkedIn messages as well. How crazy is this? Now don't want you guys to see my LinkedIn messages, obviously, but do you get the point of the power of this tool? If you think this is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. It can literally watch my messages, summarize them for me, tell me what are the messages that I should read about. It can do everything, but today, for whatever reason, it's not able to close my tabs, which is very weird, but that's okay. Right? Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad all of you guys are having a great time. Someone is like, no privacy from AI. Someone's like, peak laziness. Not really. I am all about optimizing for my time, right? I want AI to do all the donkey work for me, and that is what I'm doing. I'm getting AI to do all the work for me so that it can summarize me, it can tell me faster so I can do more work. That is the way to go. Now that we have come so far, I've just realized I've not even introduced myself. I've taught you like a ton of things, but I've not even introduced myself. Guys, can I take like 5 minutes to introduce myself? I was supposed to add slides on this, but looks like I've got to add my slides also for the second time. Okay, let me quickly pull in slides of my introduction, and I'll take like 5 minutes to introduce you. Okay, what slides do I have? Okay, I can say, can you pull the Google slides of AI Roadshow? So I recently gave a talk at Google. That has my introduction. And I don't want to go into Google Drive, search for that file and do all of that. I want AI to do all of that for me. I hope it finds it. I said road shop. Sorry, it's AI Roadshow. Okay, let the AI agent do all the job. Look for that file, find it, open it up for me. Hopefully it does today and doesn't act very difficult for me. And there you go, it has found me the file here. You can see this. I can simply tap on this and here it comes. Okay guys, let me quickly do my introduction so that you get some sense of who I am, because I realized I didn't do it. By the way, this is a deck that I created for a talk at Google. It has my introduction, so I thought maybe I can use this. By the way, for all the people wondering, I know it's been like good 100 minutes, almost 2 hours since I've been speaking, but I just told you my name is Vaibhav and that's all I told. This is who I am. My name is Vaibhav Sisanti. And just to get you some idea who I am, right? I'm father to this beautiful girl. Her name is Phoebe. Any Friends fans here? Any Friends fans here? The Friends show? Yeah, she is taken inspiration from the character Phoebe Buffet from Friends, right? Also my chief cuddling partner. I studied in Orissa, in a small town called as Barampur. Of course, it's not a town, it's a city right now. So I speak Oriya, I write Oriya. Kemiti achhe to samaste if you can speak and write Oriya. But I come from a Telugu family, so I speak Telugu as well. So allow Mirandaru. And Hindi bhi bahut hi achhi tarike se aata hai because of Bollywood, and I speak English as well. While I can speak 4 different languages, I was a terrible student because I studied in ICSE. I don't know how many of you guys are ICSE people. Any ICSE people here? Give me a thumbs up. This was my report card, guys, of I think 7th grade or 8th grade. 47%, 46%, 48%. We were taught Julius Caesar in the name of English. What do you expect a kid to do? So I used to get 45, 46%. This is all I used to get, right? But I used to manage to pass even in my engineering. But in my engineering, right, I launched my first startup. It was called Discovering Android, and you can see 11, 11, 11. And you know what? Google banned us because I was teaching people how to hack Android. And Google was like, screw you. I will not allow you to teach. As a result, they banned us from the internet. But you know what? That was great because after that I started one more startup which was called Crazy Heads. I ran it for 4 years. That did very well, won awards and whatnot. But after that, I joined Uber. This was back in the day in 2015, and it was very early at Uber. I launched Uber in a bunch of cities. By the way, this is Travis, the founder of Uber. This was in a party at Las Vegas that Uber took me to, which was crazy. It was my first job ever. I worked there for about 5 years. crazy stuff in India, in LATAM. I've spent a lot of time in the US, did a lot of fun. And then after that, I got laid off because of, I mean, not literally laid off, but it's a long story short. Something happened. I chose to leave. Then I joined the next company, which was Klook. I worked there, scaled the business from $5 to $25 million. And then pandemic happened and I got laid off again. And when that happened, I was like, I should start something. I love teaching. I was running some experiments and that led to me starting Growth School. And today Growth School has raised $5 million, about 40 crores in funding. And thanks to them, I'm able to teach you a bunch of things for free as well. But yeah, we've raised $5 million of funding and this happened some time back. And today we're a team of 150 plus people. We have taught more than 10 million learners and 30 plus countries. We have won LinkedIn top startups and every good stuff that I can imagine. This is my story. But 12 months back, something happened. What do you mean? Oh, guys, I just got surprised by reading this 12 months back, something happened. I was like, what happened? Oh, now I remember. But this is a presentation that I created to present all the Google for startups. And this actually is a very interesting presentation. It's a 15-minute talk that I did. By the way, just to give you a heads up, I get paid 10 to 15 lakhs to do this talk in front of employees. So companies invite me into their companies to teach and talk to their employees and to motivate them to learn AI, right? And I have built this presentation for that, for which I literally charge. My starting price starts at 10 lakhs. It goes up to 15, 20, 25 lakhs based on the number of employees they have. Now that this is open, do you want me to show you or present you what I present them? This is only very few employees who have paid a ton of money have come across this. Drop in a heart if you guys would want me to take you through this. I think it's going to be very, very powerful because this is basically a roadmap that I've created for you to become an AI beast. Like I told you, I charge a bomb for this for corporates, but incidentally it is open so I can show you this. Yes? Okay, I love the hearts. My team is going to hate me for doing this, but I'm going to do it any which ways. You see, 12 months back, something happened. And what that was is my sales team that I had internally was literally struggling. You see, the amount of revenue that we wanted to generate wasn't happening. And my team was not able to close down enough sales. This was like not 12 months back, right now it's been 16 months, right? And I sat down, went deep into ChatGPT, deep into AI workflows, and you know what? I built products for them. 2 weeks later, that grew our revenue by 63%. And this is when it got me thinking. The next couple of months, I deep dive into the world of AI. I tried to apply AI in every single function out there. And that is when I realized there was so much money I left on the table. I literally spent 10, 20, 30 hours a week learning AI. And you know what? It changed my life. It changed the way we operated business. It changed the way people worked in our company operated as well. It was quite insane. So I started teaching others. And this was not 9 months back. I started to teach this to others about 18 to 20 months back. And I ended up teaching more than 5 million people by now. It's a slightly old deck, but I've ended up teaching more than 5 million people over the world about AI through my podcast, through my content and everything around it. Today, my Instagram has 1.2 million followers. All these numbers are slightly old, like you can see. LinkedIn has more than 500,000 followers. Twitter has 100K. In fact, I run a newsletter as well. But this ended up making me an accidental content creator. I also run the world's largest AI newsletter, which has 3 million readers. And on top of that, I got invited by the best of the people to do podcasts. I got invited by OpenAI to their summits and whatnot. I was part of them as well. And that is what happened because the power of AI. And when all these things happen, I want you guys to leverage the power of AI as well. So, if I even connect both this presentation and what we have learned so far, right? Today, we ended up learning a lot of tools, lot of workflows, lot of everything around it. But how do we take it to the next level? No matter who you are, you could be a business person, you could be working in a passionate project. It doesn't matter what you're doing. How can you take it to the next level? How can you learn everything around AI step by step? That is what I wanted to do. I wanted to teach you how and what I did to increase my revenue to 63% in 2 weeks. You see, here's the thing. The reality is, when most people try to learn AI, right? The problem why they
एक तो
suck
मेरे
at
को भूख
it
लग रहा है, ऊपर सब्जी
is
सही में अच्छी
because
बनाती हो आप ये
there
वाली
are
भी।
literally tens of thousands of
मजा आ
AI
रहा है मेरे
tools
को
out
खाने
there.
में।
And every time you go to a random YouTube video, they tell you a different story. And you're hopping between AI tools, you're watching them. By the time you're finished watching, there's another video which says, this is the best tool. So you literally spend months trying to figure out this thing called AI and you barely make any progress. Is that correct? Everyone who I've spoken to who have tried to learn AI, right? They've fallen into this nightmare position of they're trying to learn something, but it's becoming very, very hard for them. Guys, do you agree with me? Drop me a thumbs up. So I tried to understand where is the gap. The gap is due to lack of knowledge without, back practical applications. So here is how, for free, something that I used to charge a bomb to the brands for, a step-by-step process of how you can go from beginner to an AI-powered powerhouse. I hope you guys are taking notes because this is very, very powerful. You see, most of the people that I know are using AI's only 1% power. You see, everyone has like a Ferrari, but everyone is driving it in the first gear. You have a bloody Ferrari, fly, no? But people don't know the power of a Ferrari here, which is AI here. That is because if you want to leverage the full power of this Ferrari, which is AI, you need to know what is happening under the hood. You need to know how AI works. Because once you know what is happening under the hood, AI stops looking like a complex thing, or AI stops looking like magic, and it starts looking like something that you can control. You can be the magician if you know how AI works in the back end. So, the most important thing that you need to learn when it comes to how AI works is to understand something called as tokenization, where you need to learn how AI converts everything that you're sending, right, into something called as tokens. That is the first thing that you need to know. And once you have learned that, you need to understand the basics of what the attention mechanism is. Because the moment you know how tokenization works and how the attention mechanism works, you can literally understand how AI actually works in the backend. When you send a message to AI, how does it give you a response? And if you know how it works in the backend, and you don't have to be an engineer for this, you will be able to learn how to fly with this Ferrari of AI. Do you guys agree with me? If you know how things work in the backend, you can do a much better job at leveraging the full potential of it. That is why you should learn tokenization, things like context, things like attention mechanism. It will make you a beast. Now you learned all these technical concepts. That was step 3, right? Your step 4 is to play with something called as OpenAI Playground. 90% of people, actually 99% of people have no idea about this. When you go to platform.openai.com/playground, what you see are advanced controls. In ChatGPT, you can just enter an answer question, you can get an answer. That's it. But what if I tell you there are advanced settings that you can change inside of something called as OpenAI Playground, because of which you can change the kind of outputs you're getting. There is something called as temperature. There's something called as stop p value, frequency penalty, presence penalty. As you change the settings, it's like those advanced settings of all these AI models. If you change them, right, you don't need to be a developer. As you change them, the kind of outputs that you get fundamentally changes. So master these controls so that you control this Ferrari better. Learn how to change the gear. Learn how to play with all the settings. Learn how to click on that nitro engine so you can fly faster. That is about doing all these controls. Now, you know how to use AI. You know how to, how AI works in the back end. You know how to master all the controls. Great. You know how to play with the playground. What do you do next? You master the art of talking to AI in the right way. You see, we saw this as an example. I showed you this as an example today, where you can send a prompt and you can get an answer. That is not a problem. But when you put that magic formula with role, instructions and everything, you saw the kind of output it gives. That is the kind of things that you need to learn. The prompt pyramid. And not just this, I told you there are a bunch of prompting techniques that you should learn for you to be able to get the most out of AI. And you cannot say, it's okay, my friends don't know about it, so if I don't know, that's fine as well. Well, don't you want to go ahead? Don't you want to be better than everybody else? So stop acting like one and learn all the advanced prompting techniques. Guys, take a screenshot. This is not going to be given to you. This was not planned to be covered, so take a screenshot. There are things like zero-shot prompting, one-shot prompting, few-shot prompting, role prompting, style prompting, tree of thought, chain of thought. You should learn these prompting techniques so that you can get the most out of AI. And you know what? Not just learning the prompting techniques and the frameworks. You should actually engineer everything. Control the prompt, control the advanced settings, also control which AI model you're using to get the best out of AI.
मम्मी जी आप पक्का श्योर हो ना?
This is when you learn how to make AI work hard for you. Not you working hard. You have to make AI work hard for you, and that is where the game is. Because when you learn so much of prompting, you should feel like I want to use this prompting in different AI models as well. But that is just the first checkpoint. You know how AI fundamentally works. You can improve the outputs by better prompting, and you can change the parameters and get a better control on AI as well. The step number 7, like I told you already, is to choose the AI in the right way. Which AI model should you use when? Today, I quickly spoke about multi already, where we dumped the same prompt and we got answers from multiple AI models. Yes, you got it. But how can you take this to the next level? You can start playing with multiple LLMs. In fact, there's this platform called as Hugging Face Open LLM Leaderboard, which literally shows you which AI model right now is on the top, so that you can pick the best AI models to get you the best output. But you know what? Just using the right AI model, there are 500 AI models, by the way, FYI. Just using the right AI models is obviously not enough. You should also use the right AI tools to get your task done. So the next step that I recommend everyone to do is to explore AI tools and build an AI toolkit. There are so many tools out there which can do a lot of things. Like this tool, which is basically called as Manus, which intelligently creates personalized resume with AI at scale, all automatically in an agentic way. There are tools like GenSpark. There are tools like Runnable. There are tools like Notebook LM that you learned today. There's tools like Google AI Studio. There are tools like Cloud Skills. You need to learn all these tools. Learn how to get them to work for you. That is what is important. And not just that, right? You can explore ways to convert your voice to text. There are tools, like I just told you today, where I was just talking to it and was able to convert whatever I was talking into text and was sending. I have stopped using keyboards. Have you noticed every time I try to type something on keyboards, how broken my text is? That is purely because I've stopped using keyboard. I do everything with voice. And the moment you start doing everything with voice, right, everything changes. That is where tools like Whisperflow comes into the picture. And you go deep into tools like Google DeepMind, Deep Research, and go into Google Apps as well. And then you go into Perplexity Labs as well to be able to digest a bunch of content inside of it. Now, we have unlocked a new world of AI for productivity. You know which AI model to use. Of course, you know how to prompt an AI. Of course, you know how to use the AI. Now you know which AI model to use. Which layer of AI would you want to understand to do things that you want to? Resume, songs, video, audio, voice, everything that you want to know is sorted. You have right now not just an understanding of AI tools or AI assistants, but actually know about good 25-30 AI tools, which basically makes it a AI toolkit for yourself. Are you guys with me so far? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? This is your way to go. This is your way to learn. On step number 11, you now start building workflows. Where now that you've learned 20-30 different tools, you explored them, you played with them, you put them together. You put them like workflows.
मुझे याद
And you know
है
what? You don't just do tasks one at a time, you get your whole job automated using AI by doing something called as AI workflows, where you're connecting multiple apps together to do step 1 on this app, step 2 on this app, step 3 on this app. I'll give you an example. There's a tool called a Snitch by Google. On Stitch, you can generate a beautiful UI, and you can take that UI and go into a tool like Build by AI Studio, and you can get that UI converted into a full-fledged product. Then you can take that product and go into a tool like GenSpark to create all the creatives for that. Then you can use a tool like Magix to actually put those creatives and run ads automatically to generate sales for the products. If you know which AI tool can do what, you can connect all of them to make it work for you. And that is what a AI beast would do. And I already told you about a few workflow. For example, there is one more. You can effectively find ways. If you want to do data analysis, there is a way where you can plug all your data files onto one, and you can build a bot where on your Slack or your Microsoft Teams or WhatsApp, you can ask a question. AI will go through all the data files that you've uploaded, scrape through all the information, give you the insights, and pass it back to you. Today, AI is capable of doing that using tools like Maken and Iten as well. It is incredibly powerful. But so far, everything that we have done is with text. The next level of unlock comes with images and videos. You can do so many things, guys, with images and videos that it's not even funny. You can master image generation, understand basic things like nuances like camera angles, lighting, style parameters, and all of that. And you know what that will lead to? Things like this. Every single image that you see here, where I'm looking like the Zomato guy, where there's a blood on my face, where I'm wearing a red, where I'm looking like Joker here, where I'm looking like Oppenheimer here, where I'm looking like a mix of Rohit Sharma and me, where there is Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fighting, to me looking like this. Everything is AI generated. This is called as aesthetic prompting. And you can do all of this yourself. Understand, now that you have generated images, you can also learn how to write compelling scripts using AI. How can you get the whole story done by AI? And you can build AI script generators like this, where you can do work that will take like literally days in a few minutes. And this is more creative than the best people out there. And not just that, you can turn these scripts into videos. You don't even need a camera studio or anything like that, because AI can make images, AI can make audio, AI can make video as well. Let me play one of them so that you get a sense. I hope this plays.
Meet the Jack Sparrow of today's world, the ultimate jack of all trades. Need to analyze a complex data set in minutes? Jack's got you. Want a viral social media strategy? Jack can create one in minutes. Got a
You can see that is me like Jack Sparrow.
People say I don't have superpowers, but no matter how much the world changes or how complicated a challenge is, I'm always ready for it. And that can be your superpower too. In this generative AI workshop.
Guys, isn't this insane? Come on. Isn't this insane? I know it's funny. I know it's crazy. But obviously, me as Batman is funny, right? Me as Jack Sparrow is funny. But everything is generated using AI. And that is the power of this. The voice is generated using AI, which sounds like a human being. The video is generated using AI. In fact, the music that you're listening to is also generated using AI. I don't know how many of you guys were there in the beginning. The song that you heard of Growth School was also AI generated. You can use tools like Smallest. You can use tools like Minimax to generate audio, generate sound effects, generate everything that you need to know. And you can put everything together. The audio, the music, the video, you put everything together to make a full production thing without even knowing or without even being a creative person, without ever using a camera. That is the power of AI today that most people don't understand. You can become a creative powerhouse. Now, a lot of people might be like, Vaibhav, why do I need to become a creative powerhouse? My job is in product. My job is in finance. Well, that is your today's job. Tomorrow's job is going to be all AI-powered problem solving or something.
अरे मम्मी दूध कैसे खत्म हो गया था?
For this, you need to know everything that AI is capable.
मैं सिर्फ अडल्ट मैंने खाया था,
Because
बस
you're going
अडल्ट
to
पी नहीं
live
गया
in
तो
a
खत्म
new
तो सारा.
world altogether. Now that you have done all of this, you jump to the
अरे मम्मी
advanced
मेरे को
phase.
पीने
It's
दिया
time
करो यार,
to
मैं
take
बहुत
the
पड़ती
gear
है.
up.
कितना ठूसा पड़ गया
Here,
था
you
मगर.
stop being the user and become the architect. You convert everything that you have built into systems. You build
डेढ़ होता है
multiple
मम्मी.
assistants to do your work in parallel for you.
झूठ बोल रही है.
For that, you build
डेढ़
things
का
like
मतलब बताइयो.
GPTs, gems, bots without writing a single line of code to automate the things that you were doing same again and again and again. Everything AI will do for you, and you can build these bots without a single line of code. In fact, you can establish a strong control as well. And you can build completely custom workflows. Then you identify all these repetitive tasks. That is what I mean by leaving money on the table. And you get AI to run them for you while you're sleeping. You can do all of this today. You can build automation workflows using tools like NA10, True AI, Opal, Agent Kit to build incredible workflows like this, which can work
अबे जो
while
दवाई
you
कल
are
तक सुबह खाने
chilling.
के बाद रात को खा रही हूँ.
And finally, you graduate from automations and workflows to actually building agents, which will get as less human intervention as possible. The next step, now that you've built agents, you see how far you have come when you follow these steps in 16 steps. Now that you've learned the way LLMs work, how to prompt it, how to change the parameters, how to build everything around it, how to build bots, how to play with images and videos. Now that you've gone how to build agents, how to build automations, now it's your time to turn your ideas into real solutions. You can literally describe your idea and complete a prototype using AI today. Complete thing, you don't have to be an engineer. It will write the code, it will connect to the databases to build a full-fledged product with it. You build a complete AI system, a multiple AI tools working in tandem for you. It's like you have multiplied yourself into 20 people and you're doing the job. That is what a future employee looks like. Think of this as a kitchen. You don't need every spice in the world. You just need the right ones. And when you use them, you become the best cook in the world as well. That is what you need to do. And here are all the steps in one glance, guys. These are the 19 steps that I recommend everyone to follow for them to become an AI beast. I hope this was very, very useful. In fact, let me tell you this. Take a screenshot of this. Just take a screenshot of this. This is a 6-month roadmap. If you want to learn everything that I just told you, this is how you should split your time and learn everything around it so that by end of 6 months, you truly become a beast when it comes to AI. And these are all the tools that you should be learning as well. I'll keep this on for a second. In fact, do you want me to share this deck? I was planning not to do it so that you have all these files access and handy so you can learn each of them step by step. Boom in the chat if you want me to share this deck. I will not be sharing the other deck, but if you want this deck so that you can use it to learn about each one of them. Guys, by the way, from a scale of 1 to 10, how was this presentation? This is something that people who are working in top brands and the companies have paid me a bomb for has only listened to. Now all of you guys got access to this as well. Okay, I came into this deck to kind of, give my introduction. I ended up giving you this whole talk. But anyways, I'm glad you found some value. There are a bunch of tools that you need to learn like Appify, Lizer, AI Studio, 11 Labs, Power Automate, NA10, Kling AI. Feel free to take a screenshot, guys. Superjoin. These are your toolkits. This is how you get ahead of everybody else, not by using ChatGPT. I hope this has opened your mind today. Okay, with that being said, let's come back to our old deck and come back to our old flow and come back to our session. Folks, it's been more than 2 hours and here is everything that you have learned already. You have learned prompt engineering, you learned AI for research, you learned how to get AI, multiple AIs to work for you, you learned how to do productivity using AI, you've learned AI on Excel, you learned how to build dashboards using AI, you learned how to build presentation using AI. Drop in a heart if you guys had a great time today. Summarize anything on web using Emily, learn anything super fast using Notebook LM. Everything, how to generate with photo AI image, how to apply for jobs, how to automate everything using AI browsers. In fact, I also gave you a gold mine of information that I was not planning to share with you guys. And a quick reminder, something else that I told you and I promised you that I will give you is my team will come and teach you how to get this AI agent browser that I'm using for free, the ChatGPT for free, and Gemini for free as well. How can you get all of this for free? And of course, the resources, the prompts, the text, everything will be shared with you guys. But I have a question for you. And I want you guys to genuinely answer me this, okay? You have spent the last couple of hours with me. You know how we teach, how I go about it. And we have done this for you guys. I wanted to genuinely ask a question to you people. Do you want to continue to learn with us? Boom in the chat if you want to continue to learn with us. Would you like to join a program that will 10x yourself? Actually, that will teach you everything that you saw. The 6-month roadmap that you saw right here. What if I teach you all of this in a really, really fast time? I'm going to run a poll and I want to know what you guys think. If there are enough people who tell me, give me the details, I want to know about a program that you have built, I will show you something that you will be absolutely mind blown. But I want you guys to quickly answer this poll for me. You see, guys, as you answer this poll, I wanted to give you some context. We at Growth School have built something absolutely exceptional to get started, to help you get started with the journey of AI. And I love it. I love the answers. I'm just sharing the poll. Literally, 68 plus 24% are like, I want to know about this program. Give me details, say 68% of people. 24% people say yes, but I need some time. I will give you the time right now as well. And only 8% of people are people who said, no, I'm not interested. So people who are not interested, you can happily drop off from the call because we are pretty much done with the session. The session continues for a few people who are visionaries who want to get ahead in the world of AI. We at Growth School have built something insane. Everything that I spoke about of what you should learn to become a beast when it comes to AI, your 0 to 1 journey in AI, we have put all of that together into an incredible program called the Generative AI Bootcamp. By the way, we sell this program for 25K. But you know what? For people who are in this workshop today,
499.
I will give you a special price, and that price is going to be something so insane that I can promise you, you will never be able to guess it. And it will surprise you for sure. We have made sure we come up with a price that everybody can afford. Even a student, even a working professional, doesn't matter who you are. What is more expensive is your time in this case. So if you want to know about this program, give me 15 minutes of your time. You will not regret it. If you enjoyed this session, you will not regret this because this is something absolutely bonkers. And a price that I'm going to share, that's going to blow your mind. And the bonuses that I'm going to share, that is going to make you feel unreal. Let me quickly jump into it. I can tell you this for a fact. This is one of the most extensive programs ever created on AI. In fact, I'm so sure about the program that if you find a program at even 5 times the price that I'm going to tell you today, even if you find a program at 5 times the price of what I'm going to give you today for a very special price, I will give you a full refund. That is how sure I am about this. It is that extensive. Now, who is this bootcamp for? Everyone. You could be a marketer, sales, founder, designer, product manager, freelancer, writer, finance consultant, entrepreneur, business owner, content creator, HR, operations, chartered accountant, student, doesn't matter who you are. Do you want to stay ahead of AI? Do you have access to a laptop? Do you want to spearhead the AI world? This bootcamp is for you because this bootcamp will take you from where you are today, which is a script kiddie, to a beginner, to an intermediate, to an advanced. The idea of this program is that you learn everything step by step. That will take you 6 months to learn yourself in a very fast period. Everything that I showed you here, right? Actually, I have not shown everything here in this presentation that I made, right? Everything that you have seen here and more is what you're going to learn in this program that can easily take you 6 months to learn it yourself. But you know what? Like I told you, something that could have taken you, months to learn would have taken us weeks to teach you. It would have taken us a few weeks to teach you. But no, we wanted all of you guys to learn it as fast as possible. As a result, this Generative AI Bootcamp is a live bootcamp which happens for 20 hours live in just 3 days. All you have to do is give me your one weekend. Just one weekend. Full Saturday, full Sunday, and half of Monday after your work. I will make sure you will be better with Generative AI than 95% of the world. Would you guys want to know how? in 3 days, 20 hours of live sessions. Dedicate that weekend. Drop in a heart if you would want to know about it. Right? I will tell you, end of 3 days when you come out, you will be better than 95% of the people when it comes to AI. And let me give you the 3-day breakdown of the generative AI bootcamp. The day one is where I teach you the full day, which happens on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time, 9 hours of live training. Of course, we'll give you breaks in the middle. There are 3 sessions. Session number 1, we teach you the foundations of generative AI, how to prompt AI in the right way, which AI model to use where. We teach you a bunch of prompting techniques, and we will introduce you 15 plus AI tools so that you can build your toolkit. That is session number 1. Session number 2 is where you learn everything about images, everything about videos, everything about audio, and you saw the videos that you just saw. We'll teach you how to build one of those. And it doesn't matter if you have never made anything like that. Session number 3 is where we teach you how you can use AI, how you can use workflows like multiple AI tools to build a conversion optimized landing page, which will easily cost you $10,000 if you hire a CRO, if you hire a designer, if you hire a builder. We teach you the whole workflow. I told you, it's all about stitching multiple tools together. That is what we teach you in this session with this example. On day 1, in this 9 hours, we do 3 sessions. And these are all the tools that you will learn just on day 1. This will take you at least 2 months ahead. That is the beauty of this. Then comes day 2. On day 2, you will learn how to build your own AI bots. You will learn how to automate using AI. You will learn how to build AI agents. We take it to the next level. It's on Sunday, again, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 9 hours of live training. And if I show you who is going to teach you this, guys, you'll be mind blown. Okay? On session number 1, you will learn how to build AI bots and AI agents without writing a single line of code. And these are not some simple AI bots. You will learn how to create a bot which you can text to. You'll learn how to create a bot which you can talk to, and it will talk back to you. I'm not kidding. You talk to it and it will talk back to you. That's a bot that we will teach you. We'll teach you something called as MCPs to automate things. We'll also teach you how to translate that bot into a product that you can sell. That is session number 1. Session number 2 is building AI products without code. I told you, the power of vibe coding is absolutely bonkers, and that is what we'll teach you in session number 2. And session number 3, of course, something very important, we will teach you how to make money using AI. A bunch of things, a bunch of crazy tools like Lizer, GenSpark, Appify, Google AI Studio, bunch of APIs, WAPI, all these things that you're going to learn just on day 2, 9 hours of live. And finally, day 3, like I told you, is a half day. We told you 20 hours, it has become 24 hours now, okay? But it's a half day, which goes on from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. IST, 3 hours of live training. We teach you how to automate your life without code. By automating your Google Sheets, your Microsoft Teams, your Slack, your Gmail, whatever you want, it can be automated without writing a single line of code. And we introduce you to a bunch of tools and go deep into make.com. Guys, how does the 3 days looks like? Are you mind blown? Drop a wow emoji, the open mouth emoji if you think this is mind blowing. That you can learn all these things in 3 days live. And let me tell you this, you don't need to know how to write a single line of code. If you have attended this workshop, you are ready for this program. Now, how does this program work? You attend the 3-day live event, and it will be taught by the best people, more than 20 hours. Actually, it goes on to 23, 24 hours. All the live workshops are designed in a way you're learning and building. You'll participate in hands-on activities. You will attempt quizzes, and you will network like a pro. It is going to be absolutely insane. By Monday night, you will be among one of the best in AI. These are teachings, these are learnings that we have had over the course of years. We have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that has translated into the program. Very important, we like action takers. So no recordings will be provided. You have to attend it live.
मैं तो नहीं यार
This program has to be attended live, so we will not give you recordings. We are very strict about it. That is what it is. Next, you will be like, when is this happening, Vaibhav? Well, the first cohort, you can see the dates, you can take a screenshot. I will ask my team to drop it as well. You can see when is the day 1 happening, when is the day 2 happening, when is day 3 happening. Day 1 Saturday, day 2 is Sunday, and day 3 is Monday. And you can see the dates. And for whatever reason, let's say the dates here doesn't work for you. Let's say you're not available on these dates. What do? You're like, Vaibhav, what can I do? I'm not available on these dates. I'm traveling. I have a vacation plan. I have a work schedule. Don't worry. You can still take the program and we'll move you to the next batch. Every single month we do this, we can move you to the next batch in case if you're not able to attend this one. Don't worry about that. Okay? The reason why we are not able to give you the next batch date is because it's not finalized, but we will move you. My team will help you out with that. And also, for people who finish the program, it's not easy. If you finish the program, you get a kick-ass certificate to show off of Generative AI Bootcamp as well. Now that I've said all of this, do you want me to get to the pricing? Do you want to get to the pricing? I told you, it's not going to be 25K, but it's going to be a very, very special price. Now, before I get to the pricing, I have a huge surprise for all of you people. In fact, not one, multiple surprises before I get to the pricing. Everyone who joins the Generative AI Bootcamp today, before the workshop is over, will get the following bonuses. Bonus number one is the Generative AI community. I want all of you guys to be part of community where you can share with each other, put your ideas, brainstorm with each other. It's very important, and we're bringing in people from all over the world to be part of this community. You guys will have 1 year access to the community. Bonus number two is if you're thinking, I'm going to sit and teach you everything, I'm not an expert at everything. I should not be teaching you everything. We at Growth School believe to getting you the best people in the world. So we have people from NVIDIA, we have people from Microsoft Copilot team, we have people like Siddharth, who is the head of product. We have people like Dilip, who basically is a PhD in AI. We have people like RB, who's a marketer at Uber. We have people like Priyanku, who makes $1.2 million, more than 10 crore rupees a year, making AI videos. These are the kind of people who are going to come and teach you. Of course, I will be doing one session as well, but I am only going to do one session. I want the best people to come and teach you. Of course, because this session was free, I could happily come and teach you because I'm the founder. But when you are paying us money, we want the best of the best of the best, better people than me. And that is what we did here. And I'm very open about this. 3, while we don't give you recordings, we will give you everything that we spoke about in form of workbooks. You'll get these workbooks at least 1 week before the session so that you can print them and keep it ready when the session is happening. All the workbooks you will be getting so that you can get the most out of the session. We recommend you to print the workbooks so that when the session is happening, you can take notes, you can do stuff here so that it becomes hands-on. Clearly, all of you people love it, love the workbook part of it, but then this is not it. You guys will also get AI agents that we have built. An AI agent for personal branding, AI agent for product manager, data analyst, social media, which you can use to get the most out of it. These are better than ChatGPT. Not just that, you will get an automation library as well. Easily worth 10,000 rupees. When you click on one button, this automation gets turned on into your make. How cool is this? We have built all the automation so that you can use them on the go. Not just that, the bonus number 6 is prompts library. We have put together almost 3,000 prompts which you used to sell for 10K. We are giving that away as a part of a bonus to all of you people. Not just that, we're going to give you 10,000 slides, which are beautiful looking presentations, which you could use as well, worth 10,000 rupees by Please Fix. These are incredible. Guys, when you join the program today with the special price, and it's not in 25,000 like I told you, right? The total value that you're getting, the Generative AI community, the Rockstar mentors, the printable workbook guides, AI agents, automation library, prompts library, Please Fix, just the bonuses are worth a bunch, like you guys can see. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Now that you've seen everything, okay, I really want to know what you guys think of this. So, what I'm going to ask you is this. What do you think should be the price of the program? And I want you guys to be fair. No matter what you answer, I'm still going to give the best price I want. I want to know. I want this as feedback on how much do you think all these things should be worth? Should it be more than 25,000? Should it be 25,000, which we already sell this for? Should it be like 15 to 20K? Should it be 10 to 15K? Should it be less than 10K? You want all of this for less than 10K? Maybe you should select that as well. And I know for a fact a lot of people will want everything in their life for free. But they want to get paid. They want to make a lot of money. But everyone should work for free for them. So you select that also. I've given that option also. I want to know the real answer from all of you people. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting poll results. I'm going to share this poll result with you as well. You will be able to see. Guys, I'm going to stop the poll. Check the poll results. It's insane. 6% of people said it should be more than 25k. 4% people said 25k is perfect. About 5% people said 15 to 20k is perfect. About 10% people said 10 to 15k is perfect. 37% people said less than 10k is perfect, because we understand the cheaper it is, the better it is, and we want that. I respect it. And there's 41% people on the call who want everything for free. Well, my friend, that is not possible because we have a 150 member team, so we can't give everything for free, but we did something absolutely insane. Guys, I literally told you we do these programs. Even I don't teach them for brands with 40 employees for 10 lakhs. And we have taught it Uber, Domino's, TCS, Shiprocket, Aditya Birla. Best of the companies have learned from us and their employees have learned from us on AI, and the pricing starts at 10 lakhs. Okay? We actually sell this program for 25,000, like I told you, or $500. The super special price for all of you people, super special price for all of you people who joined today before the workshop is over, is not even 25,000. The special price that we are doing for all of you people who can join today before the workshop is over is, with all the bonuses together, is 10,000 rupees or $249. But I wanted to make it even special. For the first 50 people who will join today, you will not even pay that. You will pay much lesser than 10,000.
100 रुपए.
You see, the whole value of this product is worth 1.82 lakhs.
जल्दी से जल्दी.
You will not even pay 1.82 lakhs. You will not even pay 25,000. You will not even pay 10,000. The first 50 people, guys, we have literally have thousands of people on this call, like you can see. The first 50 people who take action today are going to get everything that I've just mentioned for
free.
I hope you guys are absolutely mind blown with the price that I'm going to show right now, but you have to make a promise. The first 50 people, you have to make a promise before I share the price. The reason why we have crashed the price to such a low level, you're going to see the price and it's going to be mind blowing for you. It's only because of one thing, because we wanted a lot of feedback. So if you're among the first 50 people who joined the program and you get this special price, you have to give us 10 minutes of your time after the session is over. Because after the session is over, we want to understand, we want to collect feedback to make the program better. That is why we wanted to make it very special, because we respect others' time. And when we are giving them a crazy price, we can request them for some time. Is that clear? For people who are coming in, I want you guys to make a promise that you guys will give me 10 minutes of your time to give your feedback. That is why we are crashing this price like crazy. And for the first 50 people, you guys will get it for $1,999 inclusive of GST or $99. Guys, the 3 days of bootcamp, 20 hours of live, with all the bonuses together for the first 50 people is going to be $1,999. And if you think this was mind-blowing, drop in a heart. Drop in a heart if you think this is mind-blowing. Now, as you continue to drop those hearts right there, I wanted to tell you one more thing. It's going to be for first 50 users only at this price. Once the first 50 users are done, we will go back to the 10,000 rupee pricing. And once the workshop is over, you can join the program at 25,000 rupees. So the price will increase to 10,000 rupees after the first 50.